We have now identified the key people, and we actually have to determine a way of retaining them. As I said, the top performance and key people are very well marketable, and usually they have a good network. So if they are unhappy about a certain situation, they will be the first to go. So how do you retain them? Well, there is a mix of financial and non-financial tools that you can use. Unfortunately, a lot of companies believe that just by paying someone a bonus, so for example, retention bonus, will be more than enough to keep the person working for them. That's actually not the case, because it's not unusual, for example, for these key performers to basically jump ship very easily, because if the person is genuine, has got fantastic skills and is actually a key asset, a competitor can easily allure them by actually offering them a bonus which is equal or even higher than, for example, your retention bonus. So in itself, financial incentives are not sufficient. So I'm not saying not to put in place a financial incentive. That will be actually ill-guided. So get a mix. So in some cases, you would actually want to create what is called a golden parachute. Golden parachute basically are agreements whereby the person that enters into this agreement, if he or she gets made redundant because of a merger or an acquisition, they will receive basically an enhanced package to basically compensate for the loss of employment. There are also the golden handcuffs. Actually are agreements whereby a person is paid usually a lump sum bonus if they stay with the company within a specific period of time. It's not unusual for the golden handcuffs actually to include provisions whereby the person, of course, has to reach a specific performance. So of course you want to retain the key person, but actually you want to make sure that he or she is going to give their best. Of course, you don't want to retain someone that actually is not performing to their very best. So these are, for example, a couple of ideas that you can include in order to retain key individuals. Don't go overboard. Some companies decide to offer equity, or for example, they offer disproportionate amount of money in order to retain these key individuals. However, it is not said that when they will transition to your company, actually the environment would be ideal for them to be key performers. So always, put in clauses that are going to protect your company in case the individual is not going to perform up to scratch. And also don't give ridiculous amount of money that actually will make, to be honest, the retention a little bit ridiculous. Always think about the issues that happened just over a few years ago, or actually a few months ago, of these executives that are paid ridiculous amount of money when they leave a company. So always include clauses that are going to protect the reputation of your company, and most of all, the fact that if these individuals are not performing up to scratch, they will not receive a penny. In addition to the financial incentives, you also want to consider non-financial incentives. For example, things related with status. People tend to be very receptive to status. So for example, a promotion, a job title that is more palatable. Also things like including them in the decision relating to how the merger or the acquisition is going to go, including them in the senior team. I'm not saying necessarily in the steering committee, of course, but in senior teams that actually are going to make significant decisions and communicate change within the company. So in itself, financial is not sufficient, but of course in itself, non-financial is not sufficient. That's because if you just pay a hefty bonus tag to someone, as we said, a competitor may actually make an offer that is higher than the bonus that you want to give to the person to retain him or her in your company. But of course, if you just look at non-financial incentives, so for example, just a promotion or just a status, again, a competitor may actually offer them a promotion and also can offer them a golden hello, so basically a bonus to actually get the person into the company that can easily overcome your offer. So take into consideration a balance, and also take into consideration what is your circumstances, what is your budget, and also what is the culture both of your company and of the target company. You don't want to overpay someone, creating actually a lot of bad feelings amongst employees because they feel that they've been overlooked. So it may look like it's a very simple thing, you know, just pay them money and they will stay. That's actually not the case. So always use a specialist, and always be very, very careful in identifying key people. If they are really key, so again, pinch of salt while you're assessing the documents, talk to them, talk to the people that are working with them, and when you are devising the retention packages, always find a good balance in between financial and non-financial, being very careful not to overpay someone that actually could bring your company down rather than actually making it thrive. Thank you so much for watching.